Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'm here to tell you about a really handy little exercise that you can use to pull all the component parts of your scenes together. Make sure that your scenes are really flowing, okay? Now, before we start, we are going to be talking about a scene from Approaching Empty by Ishidin. So if you haven't read that scene, I suggest you go back, read the scene, and then come and watch this video. So this little exercise is called the potted version, okay? And in this exercise, we break down the different component parts of your scenes, make sure that everything is flowing, everything makes sense, and all of the details are really set out. So, first we're going to look at Approaching Empty. This scene is about family honour versus personal freedom. It's worth noting that usually the themes of a play and of a scene are at odds with each other. There's usually conflict there. Now, the conflict could be between characters, the conflict could be within a character, but there is usually conflict within the themes. Something else to notice is that the main character is in a situation where there's a lot of pressure on him, okay? Raf is a businessman whose minicab firm is being put out of business by a large rival, okay? He wants his son to help him out, but his son won't. That's not a minor conflict, okay? For Raf, that is a very big deal, and that's worth noting. For him, this is very, very important. If we go further down this page, we can see that Raf wants his son, Shahzad, to take the responsibilities of manhood seriously. So he challenges his son with a work-related task. However, Shahzad is sullen and uncooperative. In desperation, Raf becomes angry and insulting towards Shahzad. Can you see that each little event leads to the next event, okay? It's linear and it flows, okay? One thing leads to another. And that just makes things within your scenes flow a lot more nicely, okay? A lot better. If we go down to the bottom, we can see that as a result of all this, the characters have changed somehow. There is a moment of connection between them and a hint that Raf and Shahzad may salvage their relationship. So usually at the end of a scene, the characters have changed. They're in a different place to where they were at the start of the scene, okay? Something has changed. There's a reason this scene has happened. If we carry on further down this page, I myself have filled in a potted version of a scene from one of my own plays called Hairdos and Headscarves. The scene was about love for someone else versus self-worth, okay? Those two conflicting themes again. Main character is Farah, a young Iranian woman who's desperate to get married due to pressure from her mother. Takes place in the living room of Farah and her boyfriend Scott's flat in North London, okay? It's a recognisable location. It sets them somewhere that they know and that is personal to them. The main character wants something big. It's not minor to her, it's major. She wants to stop waiting for Scott to propose and try and propose to him herself so that she can make her mother happy. She attempts to set up a romantic evening for them both. However, Scott doesn't know about Farah's plans, arrives back at the flat with Farah's best friend, Lena. In desperation, Farah tries to get the evening back on track, attempts to persuade Lena to leave the flat. But this backfires when Lena says that she is not here for Farah, and Scott says that he does not want Lena to leave. Things reach a dramatic peak in the scene, so usually your scenes start low and go higher and higher and reach a dramatic peak. And the dramatic peak here is that Scott says that Farah was meant to be out for the evening. They didn't know that she was going to be here. And that's when the penny dropped for the audience, that Scott is having an affair with Lena. The scene ends when Farah throws both Scott and Lena out of the flat. And as a result, Farah as a character is changed. She realises that she cannot force a marriage. She deserves more than what Scott was doing to her, no matter what her mother says. Okay? Now it's your turn to do this. Make sure to hit all the points so that you can really pull the different pieces of your play together. I know you can do this. Good luck and happy writing.